Hi, my name is Andre and welcome at Your Guitar Workshop. In today's lesson, we're going to be looking at the second part for Song for a Rainy Morning by Emmanuel. If you missed part 1, check the video description. I'll have a link to the first video there. Also, what is good to know is that I've been doing a bunch of Emmanuel videos lately, like The Wide Ocean, Sail On. I also did Those Who Wait, Angelina, Classical Gas, so there is quite a lot of material already. So maybe this one is not for you, maybe one of the other ones is. Anyway, there is a lot to choose from. The tablature, by the way, is already available on my Patreon page in case you're interested. And let's just get started on the first section, which is for today, the chorus. All right, let me play that first section for you first, and then we're going to try to play that on the guitar. Here we go. All right, so what do? Start off by putting your pointer finger in first of B, middle finger in second of G. So we got an A minor here. You play the bass note, then G and B with middle finger and pointer finger, make a pull off, and then put them back on and play those strings again. It's like this. Then you play open E, and you move that shape up a whole step, right? And you play it. Then you play open D, and then you move your pinky and ring finger to 7th position of G and B, like that. So in reality, because of the capo, they're going to be in 9th position. It's like this. Then you play open A. Then you play open A once again, and you move this shape down a whole step. You play it along with the D string, so pointer finger plays D, middle finger plays G, and ring finger plays B. Then you create sort of an A minor shape, but moved up a whole step, right? And you play it along with the low E string. Then you move that shape down to the actual A minor position, and then you just play D, G, and B. So like this. Then you get the next part, which goes like this. So that goes like this. You play open E, D, G, and B, so we're still having that A minor shape. Then you play D with your thumb. Then you turn this into an E minor shape, so you just remove ring finger and pointer finger. Middle finger stays in second of D. Right, so you play. Then put pointer finger in second of G and ring finger in 4th of D and play that with pointer finger and middle finger. Then play open E again, and then play open G and B. Right? It's like this. Then you land back on that E minor, and play D, G, B, and E together. So with thumb, pointer, middle, ring. So then you get the next part, and that goes like this. All right, so what do? The first thing that you got, so we started with that E chord, right? That E minor chord. So we got, and then you make a hammer with your middle finger on second on G, and your thumb is added on first of E, and you play those simultaneously. So that hammer on and that playing of that E string is at the same time. All right, so here's the thing. You create basically this shape. So that is ring finger in 3rd of D, middle finger in 2nd of G, and pointer finger is in 1st of E, right? Thumb is playing that 1st of E on the bass. So then you play with your ring finger, high E string. Then you play E string again, E, G, then open E, and then low E, G, D. Then you put your pinky on third of B. Then you play again E, G, D. Then put your pointer finger in first of B. Then E, G, D. Right? So you got. Then you put your pinky in third of high E, and with your ring finger you sort of stroke E, B, and G. Right? So, and that's, by the way, without your pointer finger in first. Then you play E, G, D. Then you go back to pointer finger first. This is sort of a repeat. Then you play that first position of E once more. Make a pull off, and at the same time play low E, like this, right? Then G, D, and then pinky third of B, E, G, D. And then you go back to pinky and third of E, then E, G, D. This one again, that pull off again. And then here you play third of B, then you play low E, third of D again, or sort of B again, and then you make a strum sort of on the top three strings. So when you add that all up, you get the following thing. 3, 1, 2, 3. So what you play there, ring finger is still in third of D. You play it with your thumb, then open G, make a hammer with your middle finger. In second, play open B, then pointer finger makes a hammer on in first, make a pull off, then middle finger second of G, make a pull off, like this. Okay? So those first 8 bars, or the 8 bars of the chorus actually, here we go, 3, 4. All right, so now we're going to get a repeat of what we have in the verses. And we don't really have to go into much of that. There are a couple of variations that are maybe interesting to have a look at, but I'm going to play through it first, through the next 8 bars, and then we'll have a look where the variations are. Here we go. All right, so what do? Basically, everything is sort of the same as what we've played before. In the first bar, you have maybe an extra note there, so you play E, G, and B, then D string, then B, maybe E also, so then E, G, D, G. The rest is the same. So here you have a little variation. So you play, first you play the bass note for the G chord, then a strum on D, G, and B, then bass note again, and then up, down, sort of an up strum and a down strum with your pointer finger, like this. Sorry. And then it goes back to the normal thing. Then here we also have a variation. You get this. And then this one really lands on the beat instead of being on the fore end like in previous parts. As you play E, then D string. So this is on the E minor chord. So you gotta play E string, D string, open G and B, open E, then put your ring finger in third of B and play G and B together. And then you land on the fourth beat on the D string, like this. And then in the next bar you get this. Right? So you have pinky and ring finger on E and B in third, middle fingers in third of A. Right? So you play those together. Then put your pointer finger in second of E and you play G and E together. Then you play B and E together, but you remove your pointer finger first, like this. Then you play A string, B string, and then open D, right? So then we play the following. And there we will have a little variation. So you play on that D with F sharp in the bass, you play E string, then D string, then ring fingers on second of G. You play it, but immediately make a pull off to open Gs like this. Play E string once more, and then play fourth position of D on the fourth beat, so like this. All right, so now for the last part, I'll play for you slowly, and then we'll get into how to play that on the guitar. Here we go. So what do? You start off with an E minor chord, and you play E and G together. Then you play D string twice with thumb and pointer finger, like this. And then you get this part. So what I do is I play open A string. So I just lift the chord, sort of the fingers a little bit, the shape. Play open A, make a hammer on by just putting the fingers back on, so like this. Then I do a down and up strum on D, G, and B, like this. Then I do the same for open D, and then I do a down and up strum on G, B, and E, like this. Then I do again open A, make a hammer on, and do a single strum on D, G, and B. Like this. Then you get the following chord. So you get C at 9. Right? So you have pinky in third of E, ring finger in third of B, middle finger in third of A. So to do a forward roll here on A, G, B, and E. Then pointer finger second of E, then open E, and then third position of B, like this. Then you go to an E chord. You play E, G, and B together. Sorry, E, D, and G. Put your pinky or pointer finger, I'm using pinky, in second of G, then open B. So then you go to D over F sharp. So that's ring finger in second of G, open D, and middle finger in second of E. And then you play those three together, E, D, and G. You play that G string once more, you make a pull off, and then with your pinky or ring finger, you play fourth position of your D string. So like this. All right, so then you get the outro, and the outro is basically the exact same as what you play in the intro, so we don't really have to go into that. So and then the ending is sort of the ending of what you have in the chorus, but now with the added thumb on first position of your E string. So you play E and D together, then, right? So instead of doing, you add your thumb on first of E, and then you end on a G chord. All right, so let's play that last full section together, including the E minor part where we do the hammer-ons, right? So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, that's it for today. Excuse me for my watery eyes. I'm having a hay fever and all the bright lights are super intense, so I'm really happy I can turn everything off in a couple of seconds. I'm wishing you a great week. If you need the tablature, it's available on my Patreon page. If you like these kinds of videos, please subscribe to my channel. And if you have any suggestions, please leave them in the comments below. Wishing you a great week, and I hope to see you again sometime.